talk, but man and a God. Pussy tell her this plain man. Anyway, none I kill her them whole man. Remember man. Remember 100,000 the fire head man. Tell her plain man. Anyway, none I nigga them whole man. You know I go man. For a town go straight to Maypen to Manchester to Mobile man. Watch it anywhere and I already there man. None of man them whole man. I have fingernail we are hole and pull out one. Think we are kill a batty boy. When you hold them man, we not have to pull out your fingernail them one. Man, I say you love ball like a girl what the air. Wait till we hold you. I don't chat with you. Last thing this may tell you.
On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right. Y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Wednesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. No, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a story to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of what I'll be speaking on. So this morning, my peeps, I have an interview from a young man who is said to be in fear of his life. He stated that he's from the parish of St. James. He also stated that he got a link from a man who is said to be a customs person that works at the wharf in Kingston. He was introduced to this man as a person who has connections to purchase cars that are going on auction because persons owning those cars did not claim them. Now he fell for the scam and he got others involved. So he thought that he could have been that middle person, basically, between potential buyers and the person who has the connections to get those cars sold. He thought he could have been that middle person and just basically, as we say in Jamaica, eat a food. Now persons contacted him after promoting that he has the connect to get them cars at a reasonable price off the wharf. And those persons traveled to Kingston with him, only to find out that it was all a scam. Now during all of that, him get caught up, him get tabbed up, left for dead. Luckily, he was saved by the police. Now throughout the interview, you will hear him make mention of this man presently on your screen. A man known as Jason, but whose birth name is Robinson Baldwin, said to be the so-called contact that works at the Kingston Wharf. And he will also be making mention of this man presently on your screen, identified as Andre. He's of a Norwood address in the parish of St. James. Now I'm going to present to you the whole story coming from this man's mouth. But as always, take everything with a grain of salt, because this is just his side of the story. So if anyone out there heard their names mentioned, feel free to reach out to On The Spot News Media by contacting me on my email, onthespotnewsmedia@gmail.com, or you can contact me on my Instagram at onthespotnewsmedia876. Now listen. Are you doing this recording of your own free will?
Yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead and tell Jamaica your story as to what happened to you, who did it, and why.
what really took place is I was introduced to a car business, getting a vehicle to purchase, and because it was all on a good deal, I said I'll just share the contact and the opportunity for someone else who might need it. So a friend of mine, she screenshot my status, reposted, and her baby daddy see it and say he would like to purchase one of the vehicles. So we had a conference call and we talk about it and all of that. The guy from Kingston now, I phoned him the Wednesday night, and we talk about what's gonna happen, and I told him that someone else will be coming to purchase the vehicle. So we're playing it out very good. So the Friday, because me say I didn't find them, I come with me. So it would make sense me drive or nobody else, so I just go with them. And say when we get the vehicle when me they go for, me would just drive come up, them would just drive for them come up. We reach Kingston, we stop a custom before we reach Kingston, them went to a gas station and do a withdraw. So we leave Mobile with them leave with 1.1 and them did need to put more in it, so them have to withdraw from the ATM. So they went to Ochi and took out 150,000 extra, so that's 1.2,500,000. So after we reach Kingston now, that's where everything starts. So we pick up Jason at custom. Jason say can't do money transaction over by custom, so we have to go over the wharf. So we went over by wharf, count the money, give it to Jason. Him enter one building, and from him enter the building, we cannot see Jason exiting that building, and that happened like 9:22. And
Question.
Sit there waiting till around 2 o'clock.
Question.
Around 2. Yeah.
Who is Jason? And how does he play a part in all of this?
Jason is a guy that actually, he usually work at Kingston Wharf over by custom.
So
That's
Jason
where
is the
I know
person
Jason
that
from.
gave you the car link?
Pardon?
Jason is the person that introduced you to the whole dealing of buying the car?
Right. So he was saying these are action vehicles that hasn't been claimed. People didn't come to pick them up from Wharf. So he was saying these vehicles are usually purchased by car dealerships. So if you have like those people that own a car dealership, they'll like buy it in bulk. So they'll just buy even almost all of them. So he was saying that his manager gave them the opportunity, if they see a vehicle in the whole lot that they wanted, they could pull out that one and, pay for it, and that's theirs. So that's what he was saying to me. So he was saying that you could get, if there's a vehicle that I want, you could just do that for me.
Okay.
So that's what we were all going to do. But eventually, that's not what happened. What happened was, ever since Jason got the money, we don't see another Jason again after that day. So him enter a building, and then because them sit there waiting and I was waiting, so I just go over by cross the road over to custom and see if that's where he is or whatever. I went over there was no result, so I went back over where they were waiting, and we're there until they started getting curious what's happening. So I told them, let's go over by custom then to check for Jason. We went over there, and security was saying there's a lot of Jason over there, and was saying there's no Jason. So we said, get with your supervisor. After the supervisor reached out, the supervisor verified and said that Jason was fired, so he doesn't work there anymore. So any business we have with Jason, it was a setup. We get robbed. You see, ever since these men, when they hear that we get robbed, that's when everything changed. So they called the friend came and meet us at custom. So there are 2 vehicles now. So they put me in one vehicle and the girl with the baby that I know, they put her in the vehicle in front. So these guys were carrying me to kill me. So they said they either go kill me or me pay them back the money. So I started to make a few phone calls.
Hold on for me again.
Phone calls didn't even make a difference.
Hold on for me again. So the persons that you left with from Montego Bay to purchase the car from the guy who give you the link to come buy the cars in Kingston decided that if them not get back their money from you because they're blaming you because he took their money and disappeared. They're saying that they're going to take your life if you don't pay them back because they believe that you conspired with that person to rob them.
Correct.
All right, continue.
Exactly like that. So, after the vehicle start moving now, so the friend that they called started to lead us to some community. They say they are going to bring me there to kill me. They were saying they're going to Baccabush. I don't know where in this world is Baccabush. But they start driving and there was options for me because driving, I started seeing police vehicle. At the stoplight, we stopped beside a police vehicle. But thinking about it, it wouldn't be smart if I tried to escape like that. Because at one point, one person beside me have a gun, one have a knife, one have a machete. So you have no option out. So we ended up going to a different community which the incident happened that was in Whitehall. So they went to this football ground. Well, before they went to they went to a house. But there was like people at the house and so they were saying they can't do it there, they have to leave there. So one of the guys from in the other vehicle said, okay, I know the perfect place. So I'm like, shit. And then one of them said, one of the guys that we traveled with from where was like, so you know, bust up your motor here. I say, oh, them money really go do me something. So either way, even if they get the money, them still go do me something by the end of it.
So my question is again to you. You said that them take you to a house. So them take you out of the car, walk past people, go to the house, and you not try if you do nothing at all?
No, because it's a whole heap of them. About 12, 10 man, may I tell you about right now.
So hold on. So all of those persons was in the same vehicle or they traveled in different vehicles behind or in front of you?
Alright. So the community where they went, there was already some waiting there.
Continue.
So when they made up their mind and say, alright then, somewhere different. So they drove and they went all the way around to this football ground. So it's a dirt ground. So you have one entrance in, one entrance out. So when they just pull up, one of the guys was like, alright, right here, so take him out. So the guy to the right has a machete, the one to the left has a gun. One in the front has a knife. And the girl baby daddy, he was the one driving. So coming out of the vehicle, I decided to follow the one with the gun because the one with the gun can like do anything from far and just one shot can kill you. And I used to be in cadet in high school, so I remember a few to self-defense training. So that's what I did. I first attacked the guy with the gun. So I'm not giving him any chance to do nothing what he wanted. Then, fighting with him, the guy from the front seat, he's like trying to stab me. So I have to be using one hand to fight the guy with the gun, one hand to defend myself from getting stabbed. But few of the stabs I received, but some didn't. So, I remember that guy, I pushed him. So when he fell, the guy with the gun, I had to like swing him also and drop him on the ground with the guy with the knife. So they both drop on each other. So that's like buy myself time, because I realized the other guys from the other car was coming out. And I couldn't like think about all of them at once. So the guy with the machete swing it at me, but him like couldn't catch me like that quick. So what I did was I said, you know what? Put all of them on the ground and then just move. So by the time the guy with the machete moved towards me, you know, I have to run, because as I said, there's another exit on the other side. So running off, I start going left, right, if you know that thing is, if you're in that situation. Then I remember seeing a guy on a bicycle. I'm like, Elder, which way should I go? He didn't answer. So what I did was I just randomly took the left. My mind said took the left. Taking the left, I went out on another main road. I realized there's kids on a bicycle, people sitting by the shop and stuff like that. But what I realized was I got shot, but I didn't know I got stabbed also. So by running and running, I started feeling weaker and weaker. Then when I realized Andre, the guy, the girl baby daddy, he was actually chasing me. So what happened was he started to punch me in my left side because I got shot on the right. So after punching and punching, I felt when one of the time like something hot move, and then like you feel like something just get cold. So I realized like either the bullet that was on me, it just gone. So I end up start take breath now, and I don't know, but me know same did I go take up one block, cause me hold on pan somebody gate, grill gate. Me hug up the gate with the right hand. That's the side that I got shot. Even the hand. And I remember hugging the gate, and then when I realized he's taking up the block to like use it and do me something, so I'm like, you know what? I used my last strength, and when I gave him a serious fist. You see me? When him get the fist, me see him drop, and then I rub him face, and I like, where him there. So me never like stay there to wait on him to get up again. So because there was like lots of cars parked on the lane, so I like started running from cars to cars. And then I realized that I'm going out to a high, like a main road. I saw a police jeep and it was driving past, and then I used my breath and I was saying, police. I thought they was gonna like stop. I looked behind me, and the guy, he was chasing, but because I was shouting out to the police, he turned back. So I started pushing to the main road. When I thought the police stopped, they didn't stop, they were gone. So it seemed like the window was winding up and whatever. So they didn't hear me. Going out there, I saw this taxi driver and I was stopping him for help, and he just passed by. So I started going down the street. I saw this blue Baleno, and I don't know, something just said, just go in the car. So I went in the front seat passenger side, and I was saying to the guy, drive, just get me out of here. But only to find out this was a American. So he's like, what the you doing in my car, bro? Get out of my car, bro. I'm like, shit, this nigga's not going to work with me. So when he realized a car now drove up in front of his car and all the doors open, I thought they were going to like just fire shot in the car, but they did not. The guy that was sitting in the car, that guy jumped out the car, leaving me inside the car. So what I did was just slide over in the driver's seat, handbrake, take it out apart, drive. But before I could do all of that, one of the guys jumped in the passenger seat that I was in, and because the car was moving off, he pulled the steering to the left side. Instead of the car go straight down the road, it just goes straight across the road. And I remember it smashed down someone's fence. And the side that I was sitting on was stuck to another car that was parked on the side of the road. So my side entirely, back door, front door, can't open. Nobody can go at that side. You have to just stay on the other side. When I look, guy in the vehicle jumped out, so I just locked the door behind him. Then the back door, the left back door was damaged, so it couldn't close. And they started like throwing stones and trying to poke me with sticks, and that's when crowd came down, and I remember almost blacking out. Then I heard when the police came by and saying, "What's going on here?" And they stood there saying that I'm stealing a car, so they caught me and they were beating me because I'm a car thief. So I was saying to the police, "No, they're trying to kill me." Then he said, "Boy, come out of the vehicle." Him handcuffed me still and put me in our van. All I remember is him never walk off, leave me and say, "You bleed, what wrong with you?" He said, "Me get shot." He said, "You get shot. Who shot you?" I said, I can't tell you which one of them right now, but me know say all of them when you see it surround the car, and I tell us Ray of them did a try to kill me. So him just walk over and tell the other officer, say just lock them up all the way I go station. You know the whole me a bleed up, me start feel thirsty, and so one lady asked the officer if she can buy me one water. Him say yeah. She buy the water, and the officer say, "Maybe give it to him." So I don't know like if they really think what they try to escape and are dead me are dead. So what we end up did was all of us went straight to the police station, Constant Spring Police Station, and we went down to the cell section. They took all my properties and everything, but they were saying because I was injured, they have to bring me to medics. So going to medics, they were thinking about going to a private doctor or something like that. But every doctor at that time, 5, 6 o'clock, closed, or they just couldn't assist. So last option was to go to the hospital. Went to the hospital there until a nurse was like, "What's his problem?" And they were like, "He got shot." I was starting to like feeling weak and weaker. So I heard when they were saying emergency at all attention here. So started seeing white lights, only hearing voices, and then I heard like when they sliced my side open, so blood all kind of like, yeah, I don't want to die today. And then around 11 o'clock that night, that's when they came with the letter saying that I got bail, but I have to go to court. So I was there, and then I stayed there until I got better, and then I went to court. Went to the first court, and then they said that there was no file at first, so I have to go back to the station to get that paper with the summon and all of that. So when I did that, I went back to court again, and then after I complete court, the judge said, everybody said I must travel with that paper to show that I did attend court and all of that. Then afterwards, one day, because my dad and everybody was getting called, because I said I had to call a few family members to see if I could get these men, get them money, give them back their money, yeah? They had all those people numbers saved. So one day my dad gave me a phone number to use for WhatsApp. And I realized I got a call one day and it was the same men, and they were asking about their money. So I'm like, you can't ask me about any money at this given point. It's already in the law, and so the judge or whosoever will tell you, oh, your money's supposed to go, because they told me I'm not supposed to be corresponding with these guys. But eventually they had the number, so I was there and thinking about, I'm like, it would be better to get them paid and get it over with. But at the same time, these men are still trying to get me killed. So one day I woke up and then I saw that message, and I'm like, you know what? You see, before I die, it's best for the truth to go out, because they thought that I was dead already. And they sent out the lies to my homes, in my home village back in Mobile, that I stole a car and they stabbed me up and killed me. I'm like, the same exact place where they said that they killed me was in my community, Seaview. So I'm like, if I was dead or anything like that happened, everybody would know me, you know, say, me and a troublemaker. So if you didn't even hear that, it would have spread long time. Nobody hears a story like that. So these men, they are out now. That's the issue. They are out now and doing whatever they say they are doing. So I'm just doing my part, getting it straightened out. I'm trying to do it the best way, but according to them, they're using violence. So that's the reason why the police say no altercation. So I just think it's best to just do as I was instructed.